Welcome to another episode of the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. This is episode 22. Weeb games we grew up playing. We do a Weeb podcast and we're talking about different things from Japanese culture, mostly anime. Last week we did a live action movie, and we're talking about games now this week. I am one of your hosts, Shawnee095.
I'm Psychometry.
I am Sasha Streams.
I'm Zombie Joe.
Fuck! And I just turned on the audio for the live stream.
God damn it! That was such a good intro!
Bitch, you scuffed it.
Oh,
It was. I was even thinking to myself, oh
Not
my god,
like
it was such
this.
a clean, perfect. We got that going. It's so good.
Oh, it's such a...
Not like this.
It's good to know things don't change.
Our pursuit for a perfect intro still continues.
It's an entire
It was
art.
there.
Pursuit of
It's just
perfection.
nobody else could see it.
It's our art.
Our pursuit for a perfect intro that everybody sees. is still going.
Anyways, Dan is not here this week. He's not feeling well. He doesn't have any voice right now, so he's resting. Fuck. Who wants to go ahead and start it off?
What are we doing this
Obviously,
week? Because it wasn't live for everybody else.
it doesn't
Did I
matter.
care
I'm
about
going to
okay,
rip
okay,
the audio.
okay,
I'm going to
okay.
rip the audio.
Okay. I
But
wasn't sure.
I guess so. I'm going in. I'm starting in heavy. Metal Gear.
That's another one I avoided just because I had a feeling dude was gonna hit that.
Oh, absolutely. Are you kidding me? I fucking love Metal Gear in all its forms. It's ridiculous. It's crazy bullshit. And Hideo Kojima is the craziest bastard I think I've ever seen.
Now
Okay.
let's take this one step further. Metal Gear or Metal Gear Solid?
Metal Gear Solid, but I do enjoy Metal Gear. I want to do a little sidebar here, just to illustrate to you guys how crazy this man is. So,
Real quick, we're talking about Smash Brothers, right? Because that's where Snake's from, right? That's his game of origin.
I'm gonna gut you like a fucking trout, motherfucker.
Hey,
Smash Brothers, bro.
hey, he got an award. Didn't he get like best ass?
Oh yeah, he did.
like he beat Samus in best ass in a tight suit.
Yeah,
Like,
he
God
did.
damn.
Wait, I'm going to disagree
As,
on that one.
as he well should have, but they
Wait,
nerfed his
I
ass.
thought that's America's ass. I thought you're talking about Captain America there, though, right? That's America's ass.
Anyways, so this absolute crazy auteur asshole is like, we're making this game. It's a horror game. It's gonna be on a floppy disk. How's about can you guys make the material that the disc is made out of smell like blood when it's warmed up? Sorry, what?
What?
Yeah,
What?
he wanted
Wait,
that
what?
shit. He was trying to get. I cannot
Did that-
remember for the life of me.
that
which game it
happened?
is. Yeah, no, he wanted to make the floppy disk when it was warmed up from the computer to smell like blood.
Oh my god, you know how horrifying that dude. That is
Right?
fucking awesome. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Dude.
The dude's an absolute lunatic, and I love it. That kind of puts in a frame of reference for what kind of video game this man would make if he was given all of the directorial control.
Oh dude, don't. We're not talking about PT.
P2 is cool, but sad.
But if he
Okay,
would
you
have
wanna
gone
talk about Metal
as
Gear
far as
Survive?
he wanted to with that, it
Survive
would have been such a terrifying game.
wasn't as bad
It
as
would've been
everybody said
dope.
it was, but it's not good. It's not good by any stretch of the imagination. So
I mean,
Uh-huh.
sorry, go ahead.
Oh, no worries. A little bit of background. The original Metal Gear that we were speaking of earlier started in, it was released in July 13th of 1987, so it was a Super Famicom game, if I remember correctly, when it first started.
From that far back.
Well, yeah,
Actually, if I'm not mistaken, it was like a PC. There wasn't like a PC game originally.
MSX, I think, yeah.
Yeah.
The home computer. But that was really rare. So when they released it for this, I think the SNES, it did a lot better.
NES,
Or I think
yeah.
it was maybe the Super Famicom. But yeah,
On the US, we got it on the NES. We got
That's
Metal Gear Revenge.
Yes,
Which
Snake's
was
Revenge.
under one of Konami's properties, Ultra.
Yeah, I'm honestly, this was back when Konami was, an actual good developer, when they had sense and were like, let's release good games and keep releasing them. But
I mean,
I'm just gonna say this now. I never played a single Metal Gear.
Oh, it's an experience. It is a transcendent experience. It's ridiculous.
here's an unpopular opinion. You're gonna hate me for it. I had fun with Metal Gear Survive, so fuck you.
I did too.
Did you really? Okay, cool.
didn't
I actually
That's the zombie
enjoyed
one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
I
here's
actually
the
had
thing.
fun with it.
I've wanted to play, but I've always heard that negative shit from it.
So here's
Of course, okay. It's one of those games that when it came out, everybody was bashing it because Hideo Kojima was not on board for it. They reused a lot of the Metal Gear assets for the game, but
and not to the best effects, to be honest.
Honestly, that's what made it fun, in my opinion.
Yeah, it was jank shit. I have a question though. Did you ever get past that first area where you're supposed to, do the siege by your fucking self?
Yeah.
How are you even supposed to do that? I don't understand.
Setting up a lot of traps. They also expect you to play online to get.
Well, you
a lot of
can't for the
materials.
campaign.
No, but you can. Well, no, you can go play online, but you're gathering materials when you play online, so those materials can be used to make.
So I guess you'll
some
just
other
have better.
gear. Yeah.
Okay. But yeah, no, the game was a little jank, to be sure. But I mean, I had fun. It was a good game. It wasn't as bad as everybody said it was. It wasn't great, but
I heard people just didn't like it because of how heavy the microtransactions were.
Microtransactions were a little rough.
Really there. One thing that people were complaining about was having to pay for a character slot. But I saw that if you go way further back, there are other games where you had to pay for character slots. Even that.
Oh yeah.
I mean,
Weapons needed to be worked on a little bit, honestly. Some of them felt really lacking, but I mean, it was
and
all
if I'm
fine.
not mistaken, at least now you can actually earn the currency in game to actually purchase another character slot. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I'm almost 90% sure on that.
But yeah, that's available on Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
It's a pretty fun game. My first foray into it was the Twin Snakes on the
never
GameCube.
got to beat that.
It was so much fun. I'm so glad that I played it instead of the original, Metal Gear Solid when I was a kid, because otherwise I probably would have ended up hating it because it looked blocky as fuck. But the Twin Snakes, on the other hand, looked great, and I had so much fun. And then I went directly into 3, and
Did you play Solid?
Yes, I did.
So in comparison, how would you say between the two, how true were they with Twin Snakes compared to Metal Gear Solid?
Twin Snakes is a little more polished, and I enjoy that. But if you're craving the old tank controls and the jank shit, like going back and playing original Resident Evil, you're definitely gonna enjoy the PSX version more.
Yeah.
But 3 is just one of the best games of all time, so moving on.
Which, if I'm not mistaken, you can actually get that on GOG now. They've added the Metal Gear game, several of the Metal Gear games.
See, the thing, I really hope so, but the thing about that has been, that Konami keeps a tight fucking leash on their goddamn Metal Gear games, re-release styles.
They just released them.
They'll only re-release certain games. You can't find 1 anywhere, I've noticed.
No, I'm pretty sure it's the first one.
You can find 2 and 3. If you take a look back at the Metal Gear Solid collection, it's got 2, 3, and Peace Walker, but it doesn't have 1.
Peace Walker was so good.
Peace Walker was so much fun. It was so stupid, and I loved it. The Monster Hunter missions.
Yeah, the first Metal Gear Solid is $10. You can also get Metal Gear Solid 2 Substance on there as well, $10 each. And they have the game from '87 as well for $5.99.
Ooh, dope.
That's the original Metal Gear that came out in the U.S.
kind of liked the 2 one, but I kind of liked it too, but Raiden was kind of a bitch baby.
But with 2 substance, you can actually skateboard around the oil refinery or whatever.
Oh, that's right. I
Snake
forgot about
Boy.
that.
Yeah.
So actually, a fun little other side tangent. I actually got to do an interview with Quentin Flynn in high school, the voice actor for fucking Raiden. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, but it's no David Hayter.
It's not David Hayter. I did try to get him, but he was really busy with something, I'm sure.
That's why you got him. He was looking for anybody. Oh, you're a fan. You love Raiden, right?
No, actually, it was originally supposed to be Paul Lighting, Colonel, but that fell through as well.
Oh, dude.
He was recording, I'm fairly sure, Fallout 4 lines at that point.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't. Wait, what?
Yeah, Fallout 4 Vault Tech. He was a Vault Tech salesman.
No, I just it was drawing a blank. What year was it that you were supposed to do the interview?
It was 2016, I think.
Oh shit! Yeah. Oh my god.
2015, 2016. Yeah. So I'm fairly sure that was what he was doing, or some other game. I'm sure,
Yeah,
but
most likely.
So he was really busy, and Quentin Flynn was free, and he was like, "Yeah, sure, I'm down." I'm like, "Fuck yeah!"
No, that's still really cool, though. I mean,
Yeah,
often,
he's a really cool guy.
Especially if seeing how they took the time, or he took the time to do that interview for you. So
Yeah.
that's pretty badass.
He's a funny as hell guy.
Nice.
So I guess on to next one. Yeah.
Oh, wait, are we gonna each take a turn and keep going?
or yeah, I guess what are we
I don't
gonna
know
do?
what formula we want here.
Yeah, but yeah, if we want, you can go
We
someone else.
We should probably hop around a little bit.
Yeah.
What up, Axel? Also, I'm just gonna toss this in there because I'm pretty sure we've all played this, but this is one of my OG games, Pokemon.
What
Yeah.
What game's that?
Pokemon.
I've never heard of
Fuck you.
it.
And the one that I first started with is Pokemon Red.
Started with
And
Blue. Oh.
Red was better.
My first was yellow, actually.
Blastoise. Oh yeah, you put your tail out, you're dead. So Blastoise wins. Fuck off.
Blastoise sucks ass. Thank you very much. Charizard all the way.
Yeah, but again, you get your
but-
tail.
Fuck you
a little
guys,
right, you're
yellow was
dead.
cool.
One of the coolest things though was with Pokemon Red, or any of the Pokemon games from the early GameCube and everything. Or not GameCube. I'm sorry. Shit.
You're more
Game Boy or Game Boy Color, whatever you ended up having,
GBC, GBA.
was
I had the original Game Boy.
Me too. I had a clear
this thing
one.
right
Oh
here.
my god.
Oh shit!
Oh shit!
It is the controller adapter, so you could play your Game Boy Color game or your Game Boy game onto
An N64
the
controller.
Nintendo 64, which was then. Go ahead.
I was gonna say they also had something similar to that for it was called the Super Game Boy for the Super Nintendo.
Yes, but so if you had Pokemon Stadium, you were able to play
Oh,
your
yeah!
Pokemon games onto this Pokemon Stadium and then onto the TV.
I
And
forgot
then you can
about
also
that.
bring your Pokemon from the game into Pokemon Stadium to then fight the gyms and all that and the Elite Four in the game's version, which was
Pokemon's
pretty dope.
Pokemon
missed
Stadium
out
had the
on all that.
dopest fucking mini games. Anybody can fight me on that.
Mm-hmm. Yes, no, they were so good. The Ekans ring toss,
The fucking
the
Chansey.
hardest game. Yes, the hardest game is the freaking Clefairy's metronome or whatever it
dude.
was. That one was so fucking
The
hard.
one where you made the food though.
I
was
loved
fun.
Yes, I love the Magikarp hop, the Lickitung
Yeah,
eating
Lickitungs.
sushi and crab. They were so good.
Truly a
But-
legendary game.
Real quick, can I just say, for everybody complaining about drifting on their Switches now, have never played N64?
Yes.
Oh my
Oh my
god! Honestly, I have
my
a
God.
controller that I bought fresh for me and Jim doing our
Dude,
Ocarina of
look
Time
at this thing. This thing is pulling.
with the gravity.
It goes with the freaking gravity, yes. You want to talk about drifting? There you go.
Yeah, no, my controller, fresh out of the fucking box, busted. It lists left. I can't walk straight.
My God.
So I had to go out and buy another fucking controller just so we could play the game. And it has its own problems.
Oh. And like the Pokemon games nowadays, they are so easy. They hold your hand so much.
Oh, they really do.
You go back and play one of those old ones. The storyline for it. I mean, if you actually pay attention and read it, it helps you along. But if you do not read anything, you're just like button mashing like I was when I was a kid. You get lost so quick.
Oh yeah, and honestly, I'm gonna do a little hot take here, but I think the more that they complexify it and like also streamline it, the more like I don't want to say casual, but the more diluted it becomes. Like the less it is about like I'm enjoying doing a difficult Pokemon training journey as opposed to little kid being like, what's your Pokemon?
Well, another thing they've done to it is, I don't know if you ever saw anyone do like the hardcore, or not hardcore, I don't want to say that, but I mean like training up Pokemon to take them online and stuff.
Oh,
No, not even Nuzlocke. I'm just talking about like taking
Like doing
Pokemon
competitive
online.
stuff.
Yes, like doing the breeding and all that. They made that so easy as well.
Yeah.
Like they are streamlining it to where it's like an easier thing to do.
I really do crave another like difficult like Pokemon story kind of thing, not just go around these weird set piece things even though it's supposed to be a Game Boy game. We're going to do all these visual things and make it look real cool but have no fucking substance.
I will say there is a game that came out on Steam like this year called Temtem. It's a knockoff Pokemon, like to be completely honest. But it is actually really hard, like as far as like the leveling and everything.
Okay.
Like the damage output and everyone, it's like even if you go around and try and like just power level up something, you're still like gonna have a difficult time if you're just trying to rush through the story. Yeah, Temtem.
Okay.
But everyone knows Pokemon, so if you haven't heard of it, like, bro,
What rock have you been living under?
You're fucking under a
And
rock.
Where can
That's
I
definitely one of
find
those
it?
games where people are like, "Oh, I've never played a Japanese game." You tell them,
Yeah.
you played Pokemon, bud."
Yeah.
You'd be
Play
like,
any Nintendo game, bud?
yeah.
"Play anything?" Yeah.
Konami, fucking Capcom.
So, yeah, I mean that's just my 2 cents. Like that's one of my games that I like literally grew up playing, and I still play it to this day. Like shit, I think it's in my Switch right now, and if not, then it's probably Zelda. But
If they
that's
do,
another
like-
game that's gonna talk about later, probably.
If they do like a Crystal and like if they do a new Crystal version, like I'll probably get that. But
I think
I
they
like the
remastered it,
throwbacks.
like as far as that goes.
I don't like all the new fucking like thousands and thousands of new Pokemon.
I don't think they're at 1,000 yet.
Oh,
They're damn close, but I don't think they're there
I'm
yet.
Almost sure there's 1,000. Hold on.
Bitch, I'll check it right now.
Yeah.
I think it's amazing how, especially since the
No,
90s.
you're wrong. You're right. 932.
Get fucked.
But they're goddamn close, and that's ridiculous. Sorry.
I think it's particularly interesting since the 90s how much we Westerners have been exposed to localized Japanese content.
There's 898. What do you mean 932?
It says springs. Do they count as their own species? Oh no, that's saying Mega Evolution and all that kind of shit. The
Are you talking
numbers
about
were
like the
misleading.
Galarian and all that?
I guess I was
The different forms, I guess.
In different regions.
Yeah, I was looking off of CBR, but I'm sorry, what were you saying?
Go ahead, Psycho.
Sorry, yeah, go ahead, please.
Are you done?
Hmm?
You're good to go, Psycho. Yeah, you're good to go.
I thought Sasha was going to
No,
talk more
no,
about
no.
something.
Sorry, I did have a thought for like a split second, and it just flew out of my fucking skull.
No, yeah, I just found it fascinating how we get so much localized Japanese content. nowadays it's mostly the case where, if something's very popular in Japan, it gets talked about on the internet and stuff like that. But you gotta wonder how it came to be that someone thought it was a good idea to port stuff over to the West back in the 90s, back when it was difficult for people to talk about anything.
I think.
Well, gentlemen, we have an expert here. I grew up in the 90s.
Well, take it away, expert.
Most of the stuff you'd hear were from magazines. You had EGM, different magazines that would talk about games that were coming out in Japan. We'd hear about them. We didn't always get them. And then we got localized games. Most of the time, people didn't know what the hell some of this shit was. I mean, it wasn't bad. I mean, one of the games I have listed, and I'll even kind of throw this in here a little bit, Final Fantasy. No idea it was a Japanese game. The very first one that came out in 87.
Yeah.
So, I mean, most of the content, you didn't even realize some of it was even Japanese content. And everybody was
thought,
exposed
cool, video
differently.
game.
We didn't have, the internet until, late 90s? So
Right.
we didn't have access to stuff like that. Game journalism was everything when we were learning about a lot of this stuff. Even when it came to anime.
Yeah.
Anime in the U.S. from the 80s into the 90s, there were shops. I know there was one that was in Canada. This guy was known for. He's actually he would buy Japanese anime. He'd subtitle it, put it on VHS, and he'd sell the VHS. Technically bootlegging, but there was no way to localize it at the time. That was your way that people downloaded their subbed anime and whatnot. So, I mean, it's all over the place with the games, too. Localization with a lot of it was great. I mean, horrible. I'm sorry, let me say I said that wrong. Because people would try to...
What was that noise?
Sorry.
What?
They would... What?
Do you know...
What noise?
What was that noise? Or, you were almost a Jill sandwich.
Well, even before that, there were, you'll see where there is, a lot of, mess ups in the translation, and nobody read over it, oh, was that supposed to be there? Bimmy and Jimmy.
Bimmy
Don't think
and
it was
Jimmy.
supposed to be
I forgot
Bimmy
about
and Jimmy.
Bimmy and Jimmy.
Double Dragon. I see that confused look, Sean. But a lot of the localization they weren't spell checking or checking grammar.
Oh, especially the NES games. You are a winner.
You are winner.
And congratulations.
Yeah. So
That's my favorite.
I mean, definitely the beginning there was a lot of problems. Nowadays, because of the internet and everything, there's an error, boom. There's hey, you guys misspelled that. Next update, it's fixed.
Shit's fixed.
But
yeah.
I mean, some of those mistakes are there, and they're there forever. But yeah, most of the time, I mean, a lot of times we'd hear about games and they wouldn't make its way over, despite how much hype, you would find out about it. People would write to the magazines discussing it. It was mostly talk in schools, though. That was your forum, was talking to your friends about the latest magazine. So that was somewhat how we learned about this stuff back then.
Yeah, and I mean,
that was my 2 cents.
It probably has something to
Thank you
do
for
with...
my TED Talk.
Thanks for the history lesson.
It has a lot...
I grew up in the 90s.
Just the really close relationship between Japan and America.
Mm-hmm.
Which, I mean, yeah, considering America was the standing military force for decades and decades, yeah.
I mean, if you really, really want to see how bad it was at the same time, go and look up prices from then. You'd have games that would come out brand new, some of them $80, sometimes more, and that was localization.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Mother,
mm-hmm.
yeah. America got, which was it? Final Fantasy 3 first? And they labeled it Final Fantasy 1?
No, we got the first one. It was Final Fantasy 2 that was messed up.
Right, yeah, and then it just
2
knocked the whole
and 3.
thing.
3 was actually 5.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Mm-hmm.
And it just got all of them off. Localization shit like that, like Mother 3 and Earthbound.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real, we never got Mother 3. There are people to this day still begging for Mother 3.
Yeah, I mean, we didn't really get it, no.
My introduction to Earthbound and all that was honestly Smash. I'm not even going to lie when I say this. I didn't know what NES was from.
Oh yeah,
Same.
I didn't for the longest time
Same.
either until I went back.
Like I had friends that knew they played the game, but that like Earthbound was always such a rare game.
Oh
It
yeah,
really
you'd
was.
have to really search to find that one.
And then you got all the collectors. When did you get your boxed copy? It's like, excuse me, you're paying how much for that?
What?
Fuck that, dude.
I bought this game to play it. The fuck?
All right, Psycho, please tell us the
Oh.
game.
I mean, I brought up the whole not knowing stuff was actually localized Japanese games because my first exposure to Japanese video games was actually simulator games. You got your Gran Turismo, Ace Combat, racing, combat simulator games. And I didn't know at the time. It was absolutely mind-boggling when I found that out. I always play those games assuming, it seems our technology is great to create all these photorealistic graphics, and then it turns out, it's those guys in the East making some
Working like
some
crazy
dank-ass
shit
video
hours.
games.
It's a slave over
I like
again.
Vroom Vroom games.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
Oh,
Games
yeah.
were good. Hence why Gran Turismo was so good with its highly praised photorealistic technology.
Highly praised Vroom Vrooms.
Seeing then I compared the Gran Turismo and stuff to the other games I own, like ATV Off-Road Theater. I'm like, man, why don't they just apply the technology we have to these games? And then it turns out it's because we don't have that technology.
We do not have the technology. We must construct additional pylons.
Need more resources for this.
Well, I guess, Josh, it's your turn.
I'm gonna say
I mean,
Disgaea.
just so you know now, we're at... Okay, never mind.
What are we at?
I was going to say we're at like 25 minutes right now.
We're making. Yeah, we
27
have
minutes
more
roughly.
than we really needed.
But
Yeah, we got way more than we're going to be able to like actually get to.
Yeah, I'd say about the 30-minute mark, we just completely go to the deep end. All right, time for the super weavy stuff.
Well, this is
Lightning
definitely hitting
round. Weeby.
I mean, I don't know if
No.
you guys are familiar
There
with
you
this
go.
guy at all. It's a strategy
No.
RPG. It takes the first one was great. Came out in 2003, PS2. It was a sleeper title that came out in the U.S. It became really hard to find. Funny enough, the game became popular enough that other versions have come out. Like we're going to be getting the 6th game next year. They actually ported the first one. You can get it on PC, Switch. I don't know if they actually put it on any of their consoles now that I think about it. But the story's about the main character, Laharl. He wakes up after, I think it was like 500-600 years from a nap.
Damn. Big nap.
Oh, this takes place in hell. He's
Big hell
he's
nap.
the son of the Overlord, which is like the king of hell. He wakes up, he finds out his dad's dead, and he's saying that he's the rightful heir.
This is just
the
like one of
throne.
my Japanese animes.
Yeah.
There is an anime.
I fucking love Metal Gear. See, he gives us quotes like that.
But it's a really good strategy game. You got your main characters as you play. Your characters earn, I think it's called mana. It's been a while since I played, and then you can use that mana to in turn make more characters, customize the game a little bit. This game is so crazy though. To add in more playtime, any weapon or item that you get has certain stats. If you want to pull certain stats to make one really strong weapon, you can go to what's called the item world, fight enemies that are inside the item, and get those stats and go and apply them to something else. It's crazy. I mean,
that's actually,
you can
that's
get
kinda
characters at over level 1,000. Yeah, you can really, really put some time into this. Like, I played it, and I've played, I went well over 200 hours on PS2.
But
And I mean, I spent a lot of time in the item world making the perfect weapon.
Hell yeah.
But it's
You wanted all those
a great
stats.
game that I would highly suggest anybody who's into strategy RPGs, anything like this, or
Like Final Fantasy Tactical.
exactly.
Final
It's like
Fantasy
Final
Tactics was
Fantasy
kinda
Tactics, yeah.
Brutal but fun.
It's really funny too.
This was good. I have seen it a couple times in passing. I guess it's my turn, yeah? That silence signifies. Okay. Next one is actually Nier. I don't know how much you guys know about Nier.
Near Automata or whatever it is.
No, actually. That is...
Oh,
no.
he's talking about the one before it.
Oh, yeah. So, here...
But it's all in the same
Let's-
genre,
let's-
is it?
let's-
Or not
let's
genre,
say-
but the same
there is no genre.
realm.
No,
Anybody who
actually,
plays
but
Nier
yes.
will chant "Traps aren't gay."
Yeah, traps are gay. Traps are gay. So,
Oh boy.
to answer your question, Sean, yes and no. So, yeah,
Thank you for the clarification.
the creator again is another weird auteur guy who has conducted an entire interview as a sock puppet of himself.
Bitch, what?
You- Oh my God, I
On
forgot about
PlayStation,
that.
like on PlayStation's own YouTube channel. For
Thank you for coming into this interview. Yeah, no problem.
Yeah, no problem.
Not to
What's
mention-
the sock
Shaking
for?
his own
I
hand.
see you're taking it very seriously.
Not to mention everywhere he goes when it comes to like the professional man of like E3 and whatnot or anything like that, he always has this giant fucking helmet that he wears.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he's an
Damn.
absolute weirdo, and I love it. So, to tell you the story of Nier, or like the little background, it's kind of hard actually. It's from another one of his games, actually, a continuation of a certain ending. Well, bye, Sean. So, while it's technically its own universe, it's in the same universe as Drakengard, and it too, in turn, is an extension of, like, kind of in the same universe as Nier Automata, but not really. So the original one, Nier. Okay, so here's another odd part. Another way to signify the man is an absolute weirdo. There are two versions of the original Nier game: Nier Replicant and Nier Gestalt. So Nier. God damn it, Sean! You fucking ass.
What the fuck?
So Nier Replicant was the Japanese version, where you play as Oni-chan, Big Brother, to save little sister. And it's like the characters just... Sean, please. The character is slightly bland, but there's kind of a point to that. But Nier Gestalt, which came out in the US only, and while Replicant only came out in Japan, Gestalt was as the girl's father instead of just brother. And there's a myriad of other small little changes that are just for literally whatever reason. I love Nier because it's just so... it defies explanation. It defies, like, game design, logic, all sorts of shit. So the game will change, like, its playstyle, the way the game is even played, 5 times in 10 minutes. Like, at first you'll be playing like Galaga, like a fucking light runner from side to side scrolling. Next one you can be top down view doing some other crazy shit. Next you could be, fighting somebody in a DMC like arena. It's insane. anything that
Yeah,
they
if any of the
wanted to
gameplay
do-
I've seen from Automata is an indicator, it really does test a variety of your gaming's prowess.
it's a bullet hell, and it's a really good bullet hell. It leans into its strengths quite well, and it has a lot of depth. And when I mean a lot of depth, you can fucking lose yourself in hours trying to figure out the story and how everything connects. There is so much to these games and so much just crazy fun to be had. I really wish these games did better, and honestly they kind of are, because Automata came out, it did really well, and now they're actually making a remake soon of Near Replicant specifically. I don't know if they're going.
April.
Yeah. What? Fuck. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to make a Near Gestalt 2. I really wish they're like redo, but I don't think they're going to. Yeah, I'm sorry. It's Near Replicant version 1.22474487119.
Jesus.
That's the title?
Yes, that is the title of the game.
What?
Yes.
Okay.
Try saying that 5 times fast.
That is okay. Again, this is the kind of madness that you are dealing with. The man did an entire interview as a sock puppet.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That's why I brought out the helmet, because you were mentioned about him showing up in a helmet.
Yeah, I know.
You can find Sean at GCX wearing the Ant-Man helmet.
But
He is the next weirdo.
Replicant.
Watch out for him.
Replicant.
I get the sense Shasa really appreciates really intelligent, classy weirdos.
Oh yeah, yeah. There's got to be a reason behind it. It can't just be.
Mad props to them.
Yeah, I mean, when you can have your game like switch perspective and gameplay styles like 5 times in a minute, like in 10 minutes, and it works and it's still fun, like hell yeah. Do all the camera tricks and crazy bullshit you want. I am down. Oh my god.
Yeah.
So I just realized they're releasing it on the anniversary.
Of Nier?
The 10-year anniversary of Nier, yeah. April 22nd, 2010, and it's releasing I'm sorry. I guess 11-year anniversary, because it's releasing April 22nd, 2021.
Oh.
But that's only in Japan. We're releasing on the 23rd in America, but that's still relevant and interesting. Yeah.
He could have released it on the 10th of anniversary, but it's on the 11th. Get your baited, idiots.
It's baited nerds.
You can't hope to approach his level of intelligence.
I can't even remember his name, but he's an absolute weirdo, and I love it.
Yoko Taro.
That's right.
Well, he said.
Same.
Well, if you're done, I'm going to pull another game from the 64.
Yep.
Or that was part of the 64 line. Snowboard Kids. I don't know if any of y'all ever played that.
Nope. Heard of it.
Snowboard Kids?
Snowboarding Kids.
Snowboarding Kids.
The one that I actually played was Snowboarding Kids 2. And it was... Let me see, I think I still have it like right here. I am lying to you, but it's like right here somewhere. Yep. Right here, perfect.
Damn, Sean and I both grown up with snowboarding games. That's awesome.
Bam!
Hell yeah.
There we go. And it was by Atlas.
Oh,
But
Atlas
anyways-
was kind of hit or miss, honestly. But
Atlas
they
had a
released-
lot of heavy hitters.
Yeah.
But that game was a lot of fun. It was kind of like a Mario Kart type of game, as far as like, oh, you could pick up specialty weapons and attack your friends and all that while you're racing down a hill. It was an interesting one. There was some things that would like turn you into like a snowman and you couldn't turn or anything, so it was a fun game. That's all I'm going to say about it. It's Mario Kart, but snowboarding. That's it, really. If you know Mario Kart, and if you don't know Mario Kart, well, shit. Another one that you're underneath a rock.
You don't know Mario
My
Kart.
pick's kind of quick.
I hate to tell you this. You probably came from an alternate universe.
This is a
Yeah,
road.
seriously.
It's called the Rainbow Road.
I will say though, Atlas back in the day was the go-to for JRPGs for PS2. They had a
100%.
lot of
Yeah.
heavy hitters.
Did they do Suikoden? I don't remember if it was them or not.
No, I don't think it was them. I
It's
don't
been a
have
while
my
since I-
Suikoden right here. Shit.
That game was fun.
But they did have a weird game called Samurai Western that was pretty badass.
I remember.
Called Samurai Western?
Yes. Actually,
Samurai Western.
Interesting.
Shit, I think I have a sealed copy.
Oh shit! Really?
Yes, I do. I have a sealed copy of Samurai Western from Atlas.
Nice.
Oh, fucking shit. You wanna?
Well, do you want
Wanna
to
show
talk
it to
about
us?
it?
There's,
You
I
want to talk
mean,
about it?
there's not much to say. You're a samurai in a western.
All right, fair enough.
But I mean, it was a fun game from what I did play.
Game of the year.
It
Game
was
of
all
the
in
year.
It was all in the title, dude. Can't believe it.
So
Like I didn't get to play it too much when I first bought it, because I got it from GameStop, and of course, you know, GameStop wasn't always big on having the greatest quality of discs.
yeah.
You get started, you get into the story, and then the game would stop working.
Yep, had that at work. I had it a couple of times.
So it's like, yeah, that was fun. Now I get to walk for an hour to go return it. That was
Remember
that was in
borrowing
school
games?
then.
That was crazy.
Right.
See, I didn't like lending games out. You know why? Let me tell you a story. I had a mint condition copy of Marvel vs. Capcom 2 for PS2,
Oh no.
and I lent it out to somebody. And when I got it back, it looked like he let his dog chew on the goddamn disc.
Probably because he let his dog chew on the goddamn.
No, actually, what happened was I went over and he would just take it out of the system and just throw it aside. He wouldn't even put it back in the case.
Oh.
I was so pissed off, and I never let anybody borrow anything after that.
Real quick, if you ever had a game that was in a disc or like that disc case, whatever, did you put your game back in the disc case it's supposed to be in, or did you just like put it in any case?
Why would you
Back in the
just put
correct
it in?
case.
Correct case.
And I still do
I
that.
have a friend who he'll put whatever game was in the system into the case that he's currently going to be
How
playing.
does he find anything?
So that's why I was like, dude, where's your game? Oh, well, open this one. All right, now go to that case. Now go to that one. And it was just like, bitch.
I never understood why people did that. I hated it.
Those
It
the
bugged me.
those the motherfuckers that gotta get use those CD case with the sleeves
I
to
did that once,
store all
but
their
I still
games.
didn't care for that.
I mean, it'd be
By the
convenient
way-
because, you know, with
Oh.
all the cases and stuff that would stack up, having just one that you could just put it all in was convenient.
Focus, bitch. Focus.
As long as you had a good one.
Okay,
I wasn't
too.
big on the ones where you had to slide it in the sleeve, because they always had like the hard plastic that you had, or like the plastic outside.
No,
There's always
it's
a
the
bit of it up
cloth
top
one.
that you had to slide past.
At the cloth one. It was nice.
I had the cloth one. I did that for my GameCube games after a while because I had way too many of them.
Yeah.
I had the
Those
one that
cases-
had the little spindle in the middle that you had to click it onto.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
yeah,
fancy.
I made sure my shit didn't move around.
No, I know what
That's
you're talking
fancy.
about.
It suspended my
But-
disc on the case rather than slipping it in the cover. Where's the mute button? No, I'm just kidding.
To be fair, I've like barely topped this podcast, so that's all I gotta say.
I mean, those cases
does
just
it feel
stack
good?
up, though, so it was important
Yes.
to eventually downsize.
Psycho, what's your next game?
Dude. I think the most influential series, I'm going to talk about the one that's influenced me the most for childhood-wise. It's got to be Kingdom Hearts.
Ooh yeah.
Fair.
Because
a
that
good
shit blew my mind. Like, I saw my older brother playing it, and I was like, is that Donald Duck?
Yeah.
Is that Goofy?
Yeah,
What are they doing with this random-ass boy? Why does he got a giant key?
Fuck this
Who
kid.
the fuck is this?
Who is this Final
That
Fantasy
shit,
looking motherfucker?
Dude, I
Who
wanted
the
so
Final
bad
Fantasy
to
looking
get into that
motherfucker
series,
playing?
because everybody I knew was playing it, and then I started the game, and they're like, "I need you to go get sticks." I was like, "Yeah, no, fuck this."
I was
Seriously?
I was such
You're
a
so
big
annoying.
fan of the series that for the longest time, one of my earliest email handles was Keyblade Boy.
Oof.
One,
Oh my
two,
God.
To be honest, one of my old emails also was a fucking Kingdom Hearts handle, to be fair, so...
Yo,
Yeah, I feel on that one, bud.
Sasha knows where it's at, dude.
I know I'll eventually play it. I did pick up the all-in-one pack that they released. They had
I
like
don't-
every
Yeah.
every Kingdom Hearts in it.
So, I will say one thing about Kingdom Hearts, and it agitates me to no fucking end. You have to play every game in the goddamn series to know what the fuck is
Yep.
going on. And that is heinous. That is terrible.
We were the motherfuckers who were waiting for every single release. So anytime they announced a new game on a new console, we said, sigh, whipped out the $300 and bought the new console.
Or if you were poor enough, you were just like, well, shit, guess I just don't get to do this one. Because here's the thing. They didn't just switch to one different thing. They were like, one on the DS, one on the fucking Vita, one on the
One on the 3. There was
Oh
none
my
on the
god!
Vita.
thought there
Didn't
was
they
one on the
just
Vita.
release one on the Switch?
Wasn't there one on the Vita?
Like something
No, not
melodies?
on the Vita. Because, basically... Like, Sony got all the main games, but all the spin-off ones went to Nintendo.
That's right.
Yeah.
And the spin-off games still have fucking, like, major storyline content in it.
Yeah,
It's the worst.
it was kind of dumb.
Kingdom Hearts Melody of Memory is
Oh, yeah,
on
you
the
mentioned the
Nintendo
trailer.
Switch, PS4, and Xbox One.
Okay. But yeah, I
So the people who own the Switch missed out on 3. Heh.
I played 1 and 2, and I didn't have money for any of the other consoles. I didn't get a 3DS or I didn't get a DS, I'm sorry, like, to be able to play that shit. No, it was a 3DS, wasn't it?
What type of game even is this? It's supposed to be like a rhythm game, but on like the Switch or something, or on other.
Yeah.
What?
But I didn't have a 3DS, so I was like, fuck it, I guess I can't play the rest of the games then.
This looks like a straight up rhythm game on.
Oh, dude,
For Project Melody, whatever.
you should have seen...
Yeah, Melody of Memories. It is a rhythm game. It's a rhythm combat game, as they define it. You just go. It's like those mobile rhythm games, but instead of like buttons that you tap, it's enemies. So.
Did you ever see Chain of Memories, Sean? The fucking Game Boy game?
Oh, wasn't that a card one?
Hmm?
Yo, for the Game
Yeah,
Boy
fuck
Advance.
that.
Yeah, and that
I beat that
also
one.
had main storyline
It was ass.
content. Like, on a goddamn Game Boy of all things.
I think
It was-
aren't all those in the all-in-one that they had? Like before 3, they had like one of them that had like all the other versions of the game in there.
Yeah, 2.
2.5.
No, they had the story so far, and then you had 2.8.
Hold on, I got it.
Yeah, that's it.
Dream Drop Distance, fucking 306.
2.8, not
story,
like 2.5 or anything. No, we're gonna put our. We're gonna
No,
put
because they already did
2.8.
a 2.5.
Yeah, because they did it. Yeah, there was a 2.5. You thought
What was the card? What was the
Okay,
name of the
Sean,
card game?
Sean, try this one on for size. Kingdom Hearts 358 over 2 days.
I forgot about that. Yeah, that one. 358. Yeah, it is. Their titling is awful. Dream Drop Distance, like fucking.
Dream Drop Distance recoded.
Yo,
See,
you
it
guys have
was-
seen the wolf meme where like the wolves are just laughing their fucking asses off next to an unamused one. Poor Sean.
yeah. That meme, I love that meme.
Poor Sean over
They're all
here
so
just
cute,
like.
but they're also that one in the middle just looks so done.
I'll be honest. That's what held me back from actually jumping in and attempting it a second time. Is now that you mention it, now looking at the titles again, they were all over the place. I didn't know where to start.
Yeah, there isn't.
True.
Like, oh, this is 2.0. Oh, this is the final mix. Like, well, which is the one I'm supposed to start with? God damn it!
Oh god, there's more of them.
The
than
one that doesn't have anything after its name.
There's more of them than I thought there was. What?
Yeah, I guess I had the luxury of starting between 1 and 2, and the only one I didn't know about that at the time was Chain of Memories, and then I caught up from there.
Okay, so HD2, Kingdom Hearts 0.2, Hearts Union X, Kingdom Hearts HD 2, Kingdom Hearts X, 3D, Birth by Sleep, 358,
Birth by Sleep was dope.
Coded, Chain of Memories, Cast, Final Mix.
Birth by Sleep was another one that a lot of people jumped on for the Kingdom Hearts franchise because, PSP exclusives.
That's what it was, PSP, not PSP.
It was a solid game.
But yeah, it's like if the games were more accessible, I would love to go back and play them, but they are not accessible. They're not even approachable.
But funny enough, I think why it was such an influence.
What do you mean? What do I mean?
For $30, you can get an all-in-one set that has every
That's
single
not
game.
all of them. I can almost.
The story so far, I think it covers all the way up to 2.8.
Yeah.
And then you gotta get 2.8, and then just 3. And then that's it. Just 3 games.
Wait, so you mean to tell me they sold me this pack and it's not even going to cover everything?
Nope.
I'm fucking pissed, dude. I'm fucking pissed.
Wait, did you already buy it?
Imagine being pissed, but I bought every single individual game, didn't know it'd be packaged when they released the story
And then
so far.
they released that.
I was so upset. I was like, so you're telling me if I waited, if I saw into the future, I could have bought all this for $30 instead of how much money
Don't
did I
worry.
spend?
I keep
Yeah, but
doing
you got to
that.
experience it with everybody else. Dude, I remember when 2 came out. The music for 2 and how everybody is so
glorious.
nostalgic about it. And me, I'm like, yeah, that's the Kingdom Hearts song. That's all I know.
See,
Like, I don't have that connection like everybody else does.
That's true. That's true. Seeing everything in real time was truly an experience.
I keep
We
doing
suffered.
Yeah, I mean, that's how it
In
is.
camaraderie.
Like I bought fucking TF2 like 2 weeks before it went free to play. Some shit.
Oh, God, dude.
Yeah, and it happened with another game too. But
I know.
keep
I
having
mean,
shit happen
usually some games will at least give you, at least nowadays, they give you like some sort of bonus for having a paid
Being an
version.
original
Yeah.
buyer.
Like with
Yeah.
Terra, I'm like I have like an elite account now.
Well, the problem with
'Cause
that
they
is
went free to play.
Kingdom Hearts is on so many different fucking consoles.
Now. Well, especially now.
Oh yeah. Like you had to have like 6 or like what was it, 4 or 5 different consoles to play them all?
Staying on brand with the episode and talk about buyer's remorse, there was a game I bought that I 100% thought it wouldn't be localized because the licenses were all over the place and everybody speculating online was like, nah, you might as well get the Japanese version. There's no way it'll ever come to the West. Bought the copy. Guess what happened a week later? They dropped the trailer for the English version was coming out. Motherfuckers.
Fuck!
Project Diva Future Tone.
Oh damn!
I bought it for 120
Holy shit.
Canadian because it was like something like it was a whole lot of yen on the Japanese store, and then it dropped that it would be $60 Canadian English in 6 months. I was so mad.
I feel your pain. That has happened to me 3 to 4 different times on the Switch, where this isn't going to get localized. Next thing you know, this is going to be localized, and I had already ordered it, and it was already being imported. And I'm like, motherfucker, do you realize how much money I just spent on the goddamn game?
Wait for like Switch cards?
Switch
It's
games,
just
yeah.
beautiful.
I didn't know that there were exclusive like Switch cards that were on
Yes.
Japan.
Yes.
Huh.
Like one of them
You cannot
was,
buy them on the game store because like your game store is actually locked per region.
Yep.
Well,
Can't-
I'm a
If you
collector.
wanted
I
something
want
that was gonna be-
physical copies, so
Yeah.
I
that's
can't
why.
VPN
Yeah,
my
I know you
store.
do.
Sad.
Usually what happens at that point is you make a separate account for that country. You can
For
go
that
onto,
region.
You can go for that region. You can actually go on, like Asia, and buy, like the top up cards, or the digital currency, and
Yeah.
purchase your games that way. And that's what I do for digital content like that. I mean, it works
Okay.
with. I have that with one of my Vitas too. I go in there and I'll buy the currency and I'll buy whatever games on the the PlayStation Store on the Vita.
Okay.
The Vita was amazing. I can't believe I lost mine. I'm so sad.
Never had a Vita.
Dude, the Vita before the
There
Switch,
just
the
wasn't
Vita
enough
was like
for it.
my favorite handheld. I have 3 Vitas.
It was the most technologically advanced mobile console at that
I
time.
just couldn't find any games that I was like.
What? Are you serious,
I'm
dude?
sorry, I was a Nintendo bitch. I've always been a Nintendo bitch.
No, I am
Dude,
too.
I
but
can, I can
couldn't
show
find
you
any
most of my
games.
library, and I guarantee there would have been games you would have played.
I'm sure there were some there that I just straight up missed.
One right off the top of my head is the Metal Gear HD collection.
Ooh, yeah, they did release that for the Xbox, though.
But this is before any of that was going to happen.
Oh, well, shit. Dude,
And this,
okay,
actually, this,
people will fight
if
me.
I'm not mistaken, this is exclusive, and this has the ones, or the 2 games that were actually never came to the U.S.
Oh,
that were on
Acid.
No.
Oh,
The ones that were on, the ones we were talking about earlier for before Famicom.
oh, right.
Damn, audience. I think we've learned a lot here today that our childhoods were quite heavily influenced by Japanese media, even before we knew it.
Would they be over weeps?
Can I say fucking Okami
That's true.
as well?
I had a good indicator ever
Dude,
since
what?
I loved Kingdom Hearts that I liked weird shit.
Okami was such a good game.
I have it. I still have it to play it.
You haven't played Okami yet? Oh my fuck!
Nope.
It is so good.
Actually, I haven't played Okami either.
It is so much fun. I played it on the Wii, and honestly, I think that was one of the best experiences.
Yeah, I wish I did.
Surprising.
I didn't have the money for it.
Yeah.
Sasha, have you played?
Way to go, Sasha. Make him
Dragon's
feel
Crown?
bad about not
So-
having a Wii.
Huh?
Have you played Dragon's Crown?
I have not. Oh, on the wow, that was weird. I will say, people may fight me on this, but Metal Gear Portable Ops was fun. I had so much
Well,
fun. in that
I
stupid game.
played them. Portable Ops Plus.
Yeah, they were so much fun, but they're like not canon. Say it.
I actually had fun with Acid too. Acid and Acid 2.
Acid was just all too weird for me. I don't want to do cards, you know.
I see. The reason I had fun with it is I played it more like it was a strategy game rather than
A Metal Gear.
A card game.
Yeah,
Oh, I see what you mean. Yeah.
and that's
What
why
about
I enjoyed
Dungeon
it so much.
Dice Monster?
It's
But,
not my Dungeon Dice Monsters. I don't want to play it.
Sasha, do you
I
like
remember that
side-scrolling
GBA
beat 'em
game.
ups?
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
I highly recommend Dragon's Crown for PS4.
Okay.
The art style is absolutely gorgeous. It's from Vanillaware. But it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up. They drop loot like it was fucking Diablo.
Oh, fuck, Dragon's Crown. I think I know what you're talking about, though. One, because I think I've seen art of like the stacked ass barbarian.
Dude, it
Or
is
Amazon.
such a good game. And
she's
actually, it's on
stacked as
sale
fuck.
as of right now in the U.S. on the PlayStation Store. It's $7.99.
Ooh. You have to look into that.
Well,
Okay.
is that one of the Japanese games that you're recommending?
What? Dragon's Crown? Oh,
Yeah.
hell yes. An action RPG beat 'em
So
up, side-scrolling.
keep talking about it then.
I mean, the story is great. I mean, well, you got like quests like it's a fantasy game. The art style,
That's
Sean, I'm
right.
telling you, look it up. It is absolutely gorgeous. The character designs, I mean, and if you're familiar with Vanillaware, then you're familiar
I'm
with their
not.
art style. But it's awesome. I mean, you're talking, you get your character, you name them, you can choose their color palette that they use for that character. You're fighting, leveling up, finding gear, becoming stronger, getting different abilities and whatnot. I mean, it's very
Yep, that's the one. That's the stacked Amazon.
I've seen.
Yeah. Well. You haven't seen the Sorceress. That's worse.
I don't think it can be. The Amazon is stacked and built as fuck, bro.
Dude. Look at the sorcerers.
Oh, Vanillaware. They did Odin Sphere.
Yep, Odin Sphere. They also did.
I fucking love that game.
Crap, I'm drawing a blank. Miramasa.
Odin Sphere. Dude, I love playing that on the Vita. That was one of my other favorite games to play.
Yep.
Once again, making me miss my Vita. Fucking A. Never even got to finish the whole game.
I feel bad for setting this in chat. These are my pride and joys. I liked the Vita so much that I actually imported my consoles.
Oh shit. Nice.
Ho, ho, ho. Yeah, an orange one, folks.
Orangi.
So I will say right now, we are about to be like right at the hour mark. So I don't know if we want to look at figuring out how we're gonna wrap this up or something. Because
quick blitz round.
we
Throw out
could
everything that
not
you didn't get
do-
to talk about.
Yeah, we definitely can't get
Okay, I mean we can definitely do that.
Lightning
Blitz round, here we go.
round.
3, 2, 1. Alright, Persona. Damn, excellent RPG. Woo, you gotta play. That's all I gotta say.
Danganronpa, great story and everything. It's a what'd you call it? I'm
Visual
lost. There you go. That what he said.
It is a visual novel, but in the sense that, I mean, if you have that argument about whether visual novels are game, it has gameplay elements, so it's technically a game.
does.
Fuck you. Phoenix Wright, same thing as Danganronpa, just you're in a court case
Who
and
done
you
it
get to yell
type
at
of
people.
thing, you know?
Zero Escape series, escape room games, but with visual novel and story, so it's really good.
Y'all two,
Demon Souls.
Do it.
Wonderful
Come on, guys.
start to the Dark Souls franchise, and
Yes, Dark Souls.
Yeah, I wish we had gotten.
Do you like pain? Do you like suffering? You'll like Dark Souls. Play Dark Souls.
I'm sure
It'll
you've
fuck you
heard
till
of
you
it.
love it.
Demon Souls is just the purest form of that, jankest. Phantasy Star, another great game by Sega, and surprisingly fucking Sonic Team.
Oh, there we go. I didn't do it.
What?
He said Sonic.
He said Sonic Team. He didn't say Sonic.
Oh
Yeah,
shit.
Sonic Team.
That's different.
I don't know what the fuck Sonic Team is. What the
Ganbare
fuck is that?
Goemon, which is Mystical Ninja Goemon, released for. There was a game for the N64. It was really fucking fun. It came out originally on the SNES. So, really good side-scrolling fun. Really ridiculous Japan shit.
Yeah, it's really going by fast, eh, Sean? I can't keep up.
Oh, Dark Cloud. Never mind. Also good, really good RPG game.
Hey, shout out to Katamari for being such a relaxing kickback game.
Oh, dude, love Matt Katamari. It's so fucking good.
It's on Steam. I saw one of my friends play it, and I was like, damn.
Which one, though?
One of these days,
Alright.
if I ever have a joke stream, it'd be probably Katamari or
What do we
something.
love?
Super Mario.
No
Always
jokes. I'll just
great.
make jokes. I'll make my entire audience watch me play rhythm games.
Mario Kart, always great as well. Pokemon Snap.
Oh, Snap
They're
is so
finally
much
remaking Snap.
Are they really? I'm moist.
Yes, they're making a new Pokemon Snap. They're remaking the original and then making a new one.
I hope
Senran Kagura, fun for the whole family.
Dude, I didn't have to mention it.
64.
I didn't have to mention it. He mentioned it. I didn't have to
Wait,
mention
what?
it. Senran Kagura.
Oh my! Get that shit out of here. What are we gonna do? Fate next? You fucking degenerates!
Oh shit! Well, I guess I'm not.
Oh, there you go.
mentioning Fate.
He mentioned Fate.
I guess I don't have to mention that now.
Get the fuck out.
No, it was the whole joke. Sonic, that's always been a good one as well. Like the original Sonics. I had never played like the new ones. The last one I played was on the Xbox 360, and that had Silver. I think that was the introduction of Silver. Maybe.
Oh my
I don't
god!
know.
It's 2006 Sonic 06.
Yo, no cap. Akiba
Yeah.
Strip, though. Akiba
That was
Strip.
pretty fun.
I couldn't stand 06.
but-
Wait, did you say Akiba's Trip?
Yes.
Dude, I plan on playing that on stream at some point for the podcast. I bought it on
Okay.
Steam.
Oh, no.
Oh no!
No.
But
Our degeneracy is not to speak this open.
But anyways, yes, this has been the lightning round. of the Weebs games we grew up with. Anyways, Psycho, do you know what our Twitter is?
At Weebs Podcast.
Hell yeah, there you go. Good job, gamer. Josh,
Yeah.
where can you find us other than Twitter?
On our subreddit, our Caffeinated Weebs.
Sasha, what's our YouTube?
It is Caffeinated Weebs Podcast.
It's actually
Is it
just
not? Is it
Caffeinated
Caffeinated
Weebs.
Okay.
God damn it, you failed.
Eat my ass. Love you, baby.
Well, you can listen to us on Anchor, Breaker, Google Podcasts, Apple Podcasts, Overcast, Pocket Cast, Radio Public, and Spotify. You can, if you listen to us on Anchor, you can leave us a message, and we could actually drop it in the podcast and reply to it live, basically. And when I say live, I mean kind of live. It'll be on the podcast, whatever. You got it. Cool.
Also, give us
Shit.
suggestions.
Yeah, give us suggestions. You can, once again, tweet us.
Since
or
we don't know what we're
hop
doing
on the
next
subreddit.
week.
No, we do not. Wait. No, we do not know what we're doing next week. Psycho, right now, tell us what we're doing.
Damn, we're gonna talk about my edgy origin backstory.
That's
I'm gonna
right,
force these
yes.
guys to watch an edgy anime to understand just how much edge you can possibly fit
Oh, is it really that
in your
bad?
soul.
I'm-
I don't know where I was going
Because
with
I'm
that.
gonna really cringe inside
Darwin's
myself.
game.
Darwin's game?
Oh yeah, right.
That's what you said.
It's called Darwin's Game.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's I mean, it's not the most edgy, but it's like, you know, it's got all the
Oh, you're very loud.
ticks all the right boxes, so you might as well.
You're like
So
making close right
bad.
now.
Please.
Let's all finish the podcast talking this close.
Please, Psycho Sama
Yeah,
Yamate.
let's get real nice and close. We're talking about edge.
Yamada!
I'm sorry, I got really intense there.
It really did. It added to the moment. It really did.
Oh
I
my
got
God.
to check my blood pressure. That was too intense.
Also, do not forget, you can watch us live on Twitch at Caffeinated Weebs Podcast. We will try not to be scuffed every single time. I, of course, once again caused the scuffing by having the audio off for the first 10 seconds of the podcast. And we had such a great intro, you can't wait to hear it when it goes live.
It's okay, baby.
Oh,
We still
yeah.
love you.
Hey audience, tell me your favorite childhood Japanese game.
By the way, Haxel said, hell yeah, I found you on Twitter, Reddit, Twitch, and YouTube.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, man.
Wow,
Hell
every
yeah,
single
gamer.
one.
Yeah.
That deserves an achievement.
By the way,
Even I
you
haven't
can
been.
find me, Shawnee095, on Twitch and Twitter at Shawnee095.
I'm Psychometry with 3 Ys. You can find me on Twitter and Twitch at the same handle.
I am Sasha Streams. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Sasha Streams.
I'm zombie_Jai. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter under the same handle.
And once again, this has been the Caffeinated Weebs Podcast, episode 22, Weeb Games We Grew Up With. Have a good night. See y'all later.
Bye.